Hello. Hey, everyone. So this morning, we're going to talk about it's the last chance to join our toilet training workshop. And hey, it's been very, very nice that a bunch of parents are actually hopping on. It's tonight, Jakarta time, my time, at 9 p.m. If you're watching this in the USA or anywhere else, this is actually going to be in the morning tomorrow. So if you're working, I'm sorry this time that if you cannot join, but we'll have all the recordings and everything so that you can rewatch it and everything like that. So, what is it that are we going to actually cover tomorrow? All right. So I've actually wait a minute. Uh, I've actually written down a bit of what I want to talk about. So first of all, is that if your child right now is inconsistent with toilet training, it means that it's on and off, and you need some more help. Yeah, we would be talking about how to make sure that your child actually goes through with toilet training every day. And the number two thing that we're going to share is that a lot of parents are scheduling toilet time, so they go every hour, right? They go every hour or every half an hour to go pee. Okay, and I don't know why. Probably God aligned something. Yesterday, I saw in an autism group that how many children are actually toilet trained yet. And a lot of parents were saying, oh, my kid is like 5, my kid is like 13, my kid is like, you know, uh, 15, 16. They're still not toilet trained yet. I'm taking my time, that kind of stuff. And I feel like, okay, so there's actually a huge portion of the community that needs help. So without like pushing my toilet training workshop on them yet, I feel like those people I can help as well. And that's why I want to tell you guys what I'm also going to go through. So if right now you're scheduling time to get your child to go to pee, and every time if you don't initiate, you say, hey, you need a prompt and everything, and they don't go, then you have a problem. Because in the real world, when you're not around, or if they're just at home themselves, and you have to need someone to take a look at them just to prompt them to go pee, even at home. And right now is the best time to actually start toilet training, because everyone's just working from home anyways. So that's the best time to do it. All right. And another thing that I've been seeing, that I've been hearing about, is that they're not willing to sit on the toilet. Okay. So whether it's a guy or a girl, you should always do toilet training sitting down, right? And that's just because it's more comfortable, it's easier, and all that. And just now, actually last night, a parent said, "Oh, my kid doesn't want to sit down on the toilet. Even for peeing, she will actually stand up, half squat, half standing up to sit on the toilet." So you also have to think about, hey, what is it that is making your child not wanting to sit down? Is it the feeling is too cold, the toilet seat? Is it because the texture isn't nice, or is it because they just had a very bad experience before, right? So all of these things we can actually change and help out with trying to get them to like the toilet, and we do it systematically pushing them towards wanting to do it, right? So how do you actually want them to do this? Is to systematically structure in the time to um, do toilet training for 2 hours, 3 hours even sometimes, just to let them to sit down on the toilet seat for an extended period of time. Okay, and how we want to do that, and why we want to do that, is because we're teaching them to initiate toilet by putting them there, and inevitable will happen, which is they will go pee, right? And once you go pee, that's actually a behavior that you can reinforce and keep it going, right? Okay, so another question that I got yesterday from a parent is like, "Oh, man, please cover this in the workshop." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And it was, wait a minute, I need to turn off the vacuum. For some reason, it's on. Come on, not cool, man. Yep. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was saying, they were saying, Ming, please cover this in the workshop. And I'm like, okay, what can I do for you? And they said that basically that pooping is a very difficult task. No one wants to poop. Everyone wants to stand up to poop, apparently, and they would poop in the pants. So with that said, I really think that it really is a problem of getting your child to sit down at certain periods of time during the day. All right. And it's the same with us, like adults, how we actually are able to have a healthy gut, and I learned this from like someone else, like like a doctor, is that we need to schedule in our potty time, even for ourselves, in the morning or any time that you want during the day. And so we should do that with our children as well. So we should structure a time that, they must sit on a potty, and hopefully the poop will come out during these times, because there's a few parents telling me, my child will just hold it in until it hurts so bad, and then they will go while standing up, right? So that means that they don't like sitting on the toilet. They don't like it at all. Yeah. And another problem that we're facing, that parents are telling me that is a problem, is that when they're in the toilet, they would actually just pee on the floor, or poop on the floor. So given that is just because you don't really need to know why at this moment, because the reason why they picked it up is just that they've been actually doing it themselves for a long time, and therefore it's been reinforced. So if you ask a child on the spectrum, like, hey, why are you doing this? And then they're just going to say like, it's just like the way it is. I'm just rigid. And that's the way that it goes, right? So if you're interested, there's questions about this that you want to be answered during the workshop, then you tell me, and you can go here and actually go to agentsofspeech.com/toilet. We already have around 16 parents joining us this time, which is kind of cool. So use the code Facebook for a discount. If you forget about it, then tell me, I'll refund you and you can use it again. Okay, that happened yesterday actually. So go to agentsofspeech.com/toilet. So why is it something it's paid, you would ask, right? And that's because this advice is not new. All right, this advice is not new. Number one, I've actually talked about it before. Free, but no one has watched the whole thing. I realized that. So I would want that, you commit a little bit, and I commit to make it happen for you guys and make sure that I get all your questions answered. All right. And that's why it's paid. It's not free. Okay. It's just that every time I talk about this, if someone really takes it to heart and do it, it will happen. If you just like watch it a little bit and then you don't understand the whole concept, then you would think that it doesn't work, but it does, because I've done it a few times already. Right. So this is me just being a little more harsh and a little more practical with you guys. And I just wanted to tell you guys that I've been getting more and more questions about toilet training, and I'm not a toilet training guy. I'm a speech therapist, but at the same time, it uses the same principles that we use to teach children. Okay, so if right now you're scheduling that time in to take your child to pee, and they're not initiating, they're not saying like mama, like wee wee, or like pipis if you're in Indo, or like if you're in like Hong Kong, you say wee wee, then you have a big problem, because what you need to do is actually to get them to initiate themselves, right? They don't know the feeling. They don't know how it feels. So what you need to do is to teach them that feeling and reinforce it whenever you can. And the only way you can do it is to actually keep on making them want to go to the toilet. And then you do that by giving them water, okay? And obviously there's a whole systematic way of doing it. If you skip some steps, it's not gonna work, because there's a lot of accidents that will happen, all right? This is an experiment that we've been doing since like 2014, when I was learning it at a center, and throughout the years, I've been able to understand what fine parts can be taken away and what can be put in. So basically, you just want your child to know what they're there for, right? So if you haven't, you should go to agentsofspeech.com/toilet. And by the way, even if you get stuck inside for the toilet for like 2 or 3 hours, you can still do a lot of learning inside, okay? It's not like, they're just doing toilet. Toilet is a task in the background where you can do other stuff. Okay, if you're doing let's say that right now, if you're having like online courses, online classes for your child at those times, you can still do it. You can still do it. Okay, it's just a matter of your child sitting on the potty. All right, and this method works from, I've tried on 2.5 years old. I've tried it like with 20 something years old. I've tried it with like any age in between. And I think the most important step that you have to be careful about is that you need to be consistent, and you need to be willing to try different methods. And once you like, what I mean by try different methods, as in like you're able to change your methods on the way. All right, there are times that stuff doesn't work. Not every child is the same, and not every child is like a cat, like this one, that are like instantly potty trained themselves, and I don't need to care about them. Some children learn a certain way, or you've actually tried potty training and they've had a bad experience about it, and now you cannot even take them to the toilet, right? So it's going to be very difficult. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, you will have to start from the beginning. Okay, and that's okay, because if you do it correctly, it'll be done in 2 weeks, right? At least you won't need to sit in the toilet for 2 hours every day. Okay, after 2 weeks. So front load your work, meaning do the work in front, so that later on, once you create a routine for your kid, they will stick to it no matter what themselves. Okay, and obviously there's a lot more to do afterwards. All right, there's maintenance, meaning that the behaviors from before will happen. And oh yes, I was going to talk about, a parent told me that, I can't take the diapers off. Once I take the diapers off, they just sleep on the ground or on the bed. All right, it's like they cannot function without the diaper. And that's cool, because once you systematically remove a diaper or systematically introduce something that they don't like, it's all going to work, right? It's the same kind of method that I use to teach hair cutting, making them sit nicely, which is something I want to talk about later on. Teaching them to put on a face mask, which I will actually do a video on, because it's actually quite important right now to teach a child, especially one who is sensitive and on the spectrum, and also maybe some who are ADHD, who don't like it, right? And I'm throwing a lot of labels. So at the end of the day, it's all the same principles, okay? And it works on us as well. Like, it works on you, works on me. These type of methods systematically increasing so that you don't feel overwhelmed and you know what's happening. So at the end of the day, you have to know what you're doing, or else both of you will be very, very confused when you're doing it, and you don't know the goal, and they don't know what behavior is actually sought after. So that's why you have to learn, take notes, and also in your mind, you need to know the whole roadmap, or else it's going to be very difficult. Okay, so right now I'm just going to finish off this live, because I have to go prepare for tonight's toilet training. And for tonight's toilet training, it's 9 p.m. Okay, 9 p.m. WIB. That means like Indonesian Jakarta time. If you're in the US, that's 10 a.m. EST tomorrow. But for most of us who are in Asia, it's tonight, 9 p.m. when all the kids are sleeping. You guys should get out a notebook. If you're watching this, you're one of those people who have signed up. And just basically take some notes, and we will have all the recordings in one place. I'll chop it up. I'll also have some worksheets for you guys just to look over. And then once you're able to do that, just tell me how it goes within I'm going to put it inside a website, right? You can tell me inside the website. You can put it inside the Facebook group, or you can email me at ming@agentsofspeech.com. And then just tell me how it goes, all right? If you guys need more help, if you need more help, then I might actually do one more live Q&A just to answer all of those questions, all of those problems that you're going through. Okay, so please go to agentsofspeech.com/toilet. And I'm hoping to see you guys tonight. You can actually join right before the workshop. Everything's automated. And we're doing it on Zoom. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to have some PowerPoint slides. I'm going to talk. I'm going to try my best to make it as clear as possible. But at the same time, don't worry if you cannot follow everything. Okay. For every 25 minutes, I will stop to ask if you guys have any questions. All right, and clear things out, and then I'm going to go on for another 25. Ask for Q&A. Go on for another 25, and then the last Q&A will be a little longer. And you guys will download the worksheets and start doing it for the next week or so, and then come back to me if you have any questions. All right, which you will look get into problems. Okay, so go to agentsofspeech.com/toilet to actually join, and you can actually use the book the code Facebook. I'll just write it in the comments. Facebook to get a discount. All right, and obviously this is not something that will break your bank. It's just a little commitment I need from you guys, and also for me to set up the infrastructure to get you guys going. And yeah, I will be still online today. I will be preparing my my PowerPoints and my notes and everything. And if you have any questions, just email me or DM me, PM me, whatever it's called on the platforms, and I'll put them in the notes so that I know what to say, what to expect. All right. So again, go to agentsofspeech.com/toilet. Go get it. If you have any friends who you know right now who need this thing, then share it with them. And is this going to be the last time we're going to do it? I don't know. Maybe. I need to see if this format works, because what's been working is that toilet training has been working through one-on-one consulting and very tight, very tight consultation, that kind of model. I've tried just putting up a video to parents and let them watch them themselves, but it seems that they're not going to finish it. So I'm going to try an online workshop to see if it's going to be better. Okay, if it's not going to work, I'm not going to do it again. If it's if parents don't get the results, right? If it's still something that parents are struggling with, then I probably won't repeat this per se. But if it is something that is workable, then I would probably try again, but much later. Okay, I'll gather the feedback. I'll make sure that the people who join are well taken care of even after the workshop, and then afterwards I'll think about whether I'll do it again. So that's a question I got from a parent. They said, hey, this time I can't join. Is there another chance to join? And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know, because to me, I gotta know that I'm able to help. If I'm not able to help, then there's no point in doing a lot of stuff, right? So just go there, agentsofspeech.com/toilet. Use the code Facebook for a discount. If you are Indonesian, there's a way to use GoPay or bank transfer, and it's pretty easy to use. Okay. And with that said, I think I'm gonna stop my live here. And if you have any questions, please do put it in the comments down below, whether on YouTube or Facebook. And if you're not comfortable with sharing your child's details, then you can just email me, ming@agentsofspeech.com. Okay, I'll be checking, though for the whole day today. I'm probably just going to stick to my table and finish my work. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out on a Friday morning. There's quite a lot of people over here on Facebook and also some on YouTube. And I'll see you guys tonight if you decide to join. And don't worry, I will share some of the tips and tricks, even if you guys don't join. But obviously, the whole plan, from A to Z, I'm going to talk about it tonight and make sure that if you join, you will understand it totally, right? And I'm saying this because, if you guys know Tenora, right? I always talk about Tenora because she's the only one who lets me talk about her. My other clients are pretty private, right? So she was one of those moms who couldn't really understand English that well. But I've actually just written and talked about the method to her, and she was able to do it herself. So it's just a matter of if you're committed, you'll be creative, right? You'll be willing to read through the things a few more times. And so language shouldn't be an issue. Shouldn't be an issue. If you understand what I'm talking about so far, then you'll be in good hands. All right. So thank you so much. I will see you guys tonight if you guys are in our web shop on the workshop. My God. And if not, I'll see you guys on Monday. Live, Monday morning live, okay? And for Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be also live on my IG, which is mingfeng.speech. I'm doing live with Montessori school. And so far, it's been quite cool. But I'll leave it to you guys to actually join and listen in to what we're talking about. It's more about toddlers. So if you have a toddler, you have a preschooler, then that would be a great place to be, okay? So see you guys tonight, and I can't wait. Bye.